All right, so VHS, and what a treat, right? At this moment in time, we have the greatest archers in our comic history in, not just one, not two, but multiple seasons and multiple representations. And I'm talking about the Green Arrow, played by Stephen Amell and Justin Hartley, and of course, yours truly, Jeremy Renner, the Hawkeye. So just looking at what we've been shown from these two roles, you do have a DC versus Marvel comparison like usual. But in this regard, I'll just be honest and say Marvel is Nike and Air Jordans. DC is Converse. I love Chuck Taylors. I have two pair. Put some respect on it. But we can see the clear difference. With Green Arrow or Arrow, we actually have two live action stars that have played them. We have Justin Hartley, who was on Smallville. He played the role for about half the time the show ran, with a show that I love that ran almost 10 years, almost 11 years. And then, of course, then we have Stephen Amell. I'm sorry. Of course, Hawkeye, who we've seen not just from Thor and Avengers, but also in his present day series that we had ushered in by the Endgame and Ronin and all these wonderful things that we saw Jeremy Renner do and play out with one of his buddies, his friends, the Black Widow, Natasha Romanoff. So just looking at what we've been shown, like just not too deep, I'm not gonna go too deep. Acting wise, I'm like, who's the better actor of the Green Arrows and Hawkeye comparison? Who is the better actor? It's Jeremy Renner, hands down. And that's no disrespect to Stephen Amell. That's no disrespect to Justin Hartley. But what they've poured in thus far, Hurt Locker, The Town, Arrival, American Hustle, Born Legacy, Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, 28 Weeks Later. I mean, Justin Hartley does have a nice full deck of This Is Us and, I think Passions, hopefully. That's the right soap opera. But look at what they poured in as far as acting talent into their roles. Now, Jeremy Renner takes the cake on this round as an actor. I have to give that to him. He just has higher level. He just has more stacked up. And that's no disrespect to Justin Hartley. That's no disrespect to Stephen Amell. They are dope. They are amazing. But in this category, as an actor, Jeremy Renner wins. Now, fight choreography, you could say may the best fight choreographer win. I got to give it to the Hawkeye team. The way they filmed him and show him doing things in New York, in the Hawkeye show, as Ronin, and I'm just going to say overall. Now, a bigger budget does help. But in this regard, I want to say that the fight choreography has to go to Hawkeye because they were able to show everything that the Green Arrows were showing, but in daylight, right? And I think that's where Marvel is winning now, is they've got the daylight to show what they're doing as well as the night. Now, fight adaptations by an actor, I'm going to go on a limb and say that if Stephen Amell wanted to spar with me, it might hurt more. If Jeremy Renner wanted to spar with me, he might be a lot faster just based on body type and size. So I want to say the fight adaptation by the actor, the way they adapted into this role, I feel like Stephen Amell did a better role. That salmon ladder climb that he does in the very first episode of Green Arrow, you can't act that. That's just straight work. That's not talent. That's work. So, who brought more energy? Who brought more strength? Who brought more athleticism? I'm going to give it to Stephen Amell. I'm going to give that to him in that regard. Doing pull-ups is not easy. That's not the only thing associated with martial arts. That's not the only thing associated with being the best as these comic book archers, but it's damn impressive. Your stunt doubles, I'm gonna definitely give it to the Hawkeye. Avengers, Civil War, Ultron, Endgame, Ronin, Hawkeye. I got to give the stunt double credit where credit is due. It definitely goes to Hawkeye. Now, as far as what the comic book says, I'm gonna lean more towards Green Arrow. Being able to face the League of Assassins, being able to go up against Ra's al Ghul. I don't believe he does this as much in the comic books, but on the show, he had much more fun. They kind of fulfilled the Batman role in in the Arrowverse, whereas Green Arrow was Batman, Supergirl was the Superman role, and then the Flash kind of they played with that their own trinity, whereas Wonder Woman is more beautiful, gives more radiance, more glow, more shine. That's kind of what Flash brought. Just his good demeanor, his good spirit, and all that. Now, as far as comic to TV, the movie and screen adaptation, I definitely have to take Hawkeye. The way he transferred over was just a lot smoother. I even remember as a kid playing Marvel versus Capcom. I remember seeing Hawkeye. He's got like that purple, mask. He's got like those pirate boots. Captain America used to have them too. Those big pirate boots are purple. He's got the the case to carry his arrows. He's got all that dope stuff, and I'm gonna give that to Hawkeye. Just the adaptation from comics and TV to screen adaptation, I'll give it to him. But as I mentioned before, you actually have two Green Arrows, two live action Green Arrows, who are both in great shape right now. They could both, in a multiverse episode, show that they're the Green Arrow right now. Justin Hartley is on This Is Us doing some of the best acting he's ever done, and he's a soap opera actor. So these guys are dope. They've done it. They've lived it. They've walked it and talked it. Justin Hartley has the most swag. Of the archers that we've seen on this scale, Justin Hartley has the most swag. Stephen Amell, I feel like, is the most athletic. He's the biggest. Actually, I'm saying that. I haven't done like a height, weight, and body mass comparison. So I'm just saying that. I don't know if that's true. But Jeremy Renner is the total package with acting included. You look at all the things that he's done, his acting roles, martial arts, stunt doubles. Not everybody's going to do what Jackie Chan does. Jackie Chan, I think, has broken almost every bone in his body. The man's still walking. He's amazing. He does his own comedy. He does all this stuff. Not everybody's going to do that. And I think maybe Tom Cruise rubbed off on Jeremy Renner a little bit. Coming from Mission Impossible Ghost Protocol, I mean, if you can, you do. So you can do some of your own stunts. You do your martial arts. You have fun. You enjoy it. But overall, even though I'm saying this as a DC fan, okay? I'm saying this as a DC fan. My choice is Jeremy Renner. Hawkeye has a family, right? Ronan is much darker than Lian Yu, right? You look at what Lian Yu is for Green Arrow versus what Ronan is after losing his family. This is just what we've been shown, not necessarily just the comic book, but what we've been shown visually in live action. He went Dexter instead of being trapped on an island, right? He went Dexter mode after losing his family. That's how they show it in the movies. But he's working with disabilities. He's working with Fury and S.H.I.E.L.D. He's a soldier just doing his job. No millions. No list of revenge. No failing the city. You have failed this city. He doesn't have any classic lines. He's really just a guy that's been elevated to a soldier that's got more than perfect eyesight. And if anything, he's suffering the loss of one of his greatest friends, and at one time suffered the loss of his family. And you could say that, Green Arrow is the same. In Green Arrow's Book of Revenge, Ronin is a living, talking, walking book of, underground revenge. You could say they're the same. But my choice is Jeremy Renner. I feel like he is the top archer in this realm, and Hawkeye wins, this round. No surprise. Marvel's doing a great job. They're doing amazing. And I can't wait to see what Moon Knight does. Moon Knight is the Marvel Batman. I thought it was Daredevil, surprise, surprise. But we've just got a lot of great cinema, a lot of great things to break down and look at now. And, I think DC will make a turnaround. I mean, we've got Peacemaker doing an amazing job. I absolutely love that show. It's hilarious. But now I like the fact that we can compare these two, Green Arrow versus Hawkeye. And Stephen Amell is still doing his thing. He's, loves acting, loves wrestling, almost had something going with, the Piper. I can't remember his name right now, but I'll get it. Please don't beat me up for it. God, I can't remember his name right now. But he's also starring in Heels. I think they're in season 2. He actually loves wrestling, so I think he's perfect for that role, perfect for that world. And yeah, we'll just see what happens. We got a lot of dope content, a lot of dope things coming, and we'll see what's up. So, all right, you all. Talk to you later. See you soon.